Hi there. You're here with me, English coach, today, and I'm going to tell you today why your life as a young person should be about adventure and should not be about trying to prove something to other people or trying to become successful in any way too early. Now, one of the reasons why I'm making this video is because I've been perceiving that over the last 10 years, we have had a number of gurus promoting the idea that you can have success at a very early age. It's true, you can actually have this, you can actually do this. It takes an overwhelmingly big amount of work uh, that you need to put into becoming your own business owner. For example, if you can imagine, I'll make a quick comparison, but basically, if you're getting a job somewhere, whatever it is, coding or as an engineer or whatever it is, after your 20s, and if you can imagine that you're working, I don't know, 45, 50, between 45 and 55 hours a week, to start your own business, you'll need to put in about 60% more than what you would in a normal job because you need to do your own research, you need to work overtime, you need to study more about the possible clients or whatever your target audience is going to be. And therefore you're spending a lot more time than a normal job and a lot more effort and you're working a lot more. And people make it sound easy, but the truth of the matter is the truth behind these guys that started their own businesses and became multimillionaires or billionaires is most of them started out working 80 hours, 90 hours a week, and some of them are still working the same amount of hours and they haven't actually scaled back. Whereas a lot of you young people, you haven't even started work yet and you're thinking of starting your own business. And I don't want to dissuade you from that. All I want you to understand is that the reality of starting your own business is generally one where you are working more than 60 or 70 hours a week if you want it to work, and you need to put in a lot of time and you need to research things more and you need to question your own beliefs and you need to find professionals outside of your circle of friends and family to give you solid advice. And a lot of young people don't do that. They get close to an uncle or an aunt or someone else in the family or a friend's father or mother, and they get advice from people that are not professionals, people that are not experts, and they obviously do the wrong thing. Do they have a great experience? Yes, and that's okay. And actually, part of my video is to say that that kind of failure is sometimes okay. That kind of failure is worth it and shouldn't actually make you give up if you're really motivated in looking to start your own business. Okay. But I guess what I would like to express today in general is that there's nothing wrong with starting out a job and eating humble pie, working for someone else, and listening to what kind of advice they give you in that industry, being able to hear the word no without having that reflex to correct the person and say but, being able to hear no, being able to be corrected and understand that you're not right, and most of the time you'll be getting things wrong. You're not a professional, you're not an expert, and it's going to take you a long time to understand what's right and what's wrong in that given job or in that given industry, right? For that time. And a lot of people who are experts and professionals still make a lot of mistakes. So if you're new to a job or industry, you obviously are going to be making even more mistakes. And life as an adventure is more about getting used to and almost celebrating those mistakes with the intention of correcting them. And that doesn't really sound like an adventure for most 16, 17, 18, even 25-year-olds, all in your 20s and late teens, when you, in the one time that you get something correct, you think that that is the moment that you should celebrate, that that is the epiphany of your life, whereas that is the most dangerous time. You should feel safer when you're making mistakes and learning from your mistakes than when you had, for some reason, by chance, coincidentally gotten something correct. Of course, you need to understand why you were right, but it's always more important to know why you were wrong and how you made the mistakes that you made. And that's part of the adventure. Basically, what I'm saying to you is life is an adventure and life should be carried out as an adventure. So you need to make mistakes. You need to have pitfalls. You need to have obstacles. You need to have moments of discomfort. Discomfort does give us meaning. When we think of things like our soft, comfortable sofa, when we think about things like sugary donuts and pancakes, they're very nice, sugary, soft food that goes right down into your stomach in a really, really delicious way. The problem is that sitting on the sofa and eating this kind of thing and consuming garbage and streaming and not being able to focus on what you want to do with your life and the steps that you want to have, this kind of thing takes you away from the adventure and puts you into this feeling of comfort. And comfort is not the goal. Comfort is not the target. Comfort is not where you want to go in life. Comfort is a distraction. Comfort is a way to give yourself rest on a Sunday or a Saturday afternoon. For the rest of the week, you want to be avoiding comfort. And when I say that, I mean, try sports that you're pretty sure you suck at, but you're not completely sure. Try to do activities you've never done before, but you're curious about doing. Try to get, if you're not within the pandemic affected areas, try to get out of your house. And if you are, and you have any kind of love for nature, get out of your house anyway and spend some time alone in nature. Of course, be safe, but the idea is that life is an adventure. You're not born with the solution. Less than 10% of the human population will start businesses. The rest will be working for someone. There's nothing wrong with that. You can work for someone else. You can also chase your own dreams and start a business. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's very, very noble, but it takes more skill, more time, and more effort, and it is not easy. If they make it sound easy, they're lying. So go back to the last guru channel that you've been watching about how you can start your own business in 6 months and be a successful millionaire in less than 2 years. And start questioning it. Start questioning it. Start calculating how many hours you would really need to put into something like that. And start thinking about, if you're interested in one industry, why don't you find a job in that industry first, or at least study the area a lot before you think about starting your own business. If you're really serious, put in those hours. We are actually living longer as a species. Okay, there is actually time for you to have your adventure. Just be careful, because unrealistic expectations will distract you. Comfort will distract you. And the lies that you can have everything now and that you can be everything now will not only distract you, but completely delude you. There's no such thing as now for success. Success is something that you constantly climb and seek day after day, week after week, year after year, decade after decade. There's no one point that you can recognize yourself and be recognized by others and receive a trophy and the game is over and you won the game. That's unrealistic. That doesn't exist, unfortunately. What does exist is slow growth through life, an adventure full of pitfalls, mistakes, disappointments, shame, embarrassment. Okay. And that those things, the better or the more mature you are at handling those things, the more you're going to get satisfaction from your life, the more you're going to get meaning from the life, and the more you are going to create muscle, emotional muscle, physical muscle, intellectual muscle to meet any challenge head on. And basically, that's what I'd like to wish you today, okay, here at English Coach. Hope to see you on my next video. If you can, like and subscribe, send this to a friend, and I'll see you on my next video. It's been a pleasure.